I am live and I have a huge pot of coffee in front of me. Probably going to have to shut that because all the light will come in shortly and will blow me out. So should probably go shut that now, but I'm busy kind of living my life in the moment. In the moment, uno momento. Let's see. And post. Let's see. I gotta tell everyone I am live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, where else? And Rumble. There we go. Post. Done. Did it. It's just X has so many problems lately with their live streams. I don't understand why, but they do. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to take a nice sip of this. I'm in my pajamas. They're awesome. Living my best life in my pajamas. I like it. I should probably shut that now before it gets too crazy. We've had no snow all fucking year. And then it just dumps on us. And what really sucks is I'm guessing we probably got maybe like 2 or more feet of snow. And then Monday it's supposed to be 40 fucking degrees. That's going to be awful. Good morning. I shut my window because the blowout will happen. And then you won't be able to see me well as I put on my makeup. And then all the bitches get mad. I can't see. So I have to fix it. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Look at all the shit that's happening. I hate you weren't part of the docuseries. Well, I mean, the docuseries, from what people are telling me, especially the little birdies that went on there, my robe sleeves are good and they're clean. The docuseries was more about the judges than it was about the girls. And the judges aren't sad. We can't see you well because of those hideous glasses covering your face. I'm gonna pin my husband's post. I don't know if you guys knew this, but my husband hates my fucking glasses. He hates them. He thinks they're ugly. He hates them so much. He thinks they really cover my face. It's awful. I'm like, dude, I like my glasses because they're really comfortable, but he's like, they just look ugly. I'm proud of you. You didn't do the docu-series. You didn't care. Well, I knew they'd manipulate me. Okay, when I first went on Top Model, reality TV wasn't really like the biggest thing. And I didn't know that they were all evil, but now I know. So why would I go back? Why don't you take advantage of your fame, keep your higher position, but still make money? You've earned it. What do you mean my higher position? I'm an Avon lady. I sell Avon. That's all I do. That's it. That's all. That's all I do. That's all I'm fine. I'm happy, I wouldn't mind making it back to number 1 Avon lady, but whatever. It was more the fact that even though you chose not to be part of it, they still had to use a more recent clip of you. I'm surprised they used any clip of me. For those of you who watch Top Model, you know that they excommunicadoed me. They didn't show me on any opening of the show because I was the first one to come out and say all they do is fucking lie. Well, your husband can say that because he's really hot. He is, and he can get away with a lot, and I'm fine with it because of how hot he is. And same for me. Like, he thinks I'm really hot. Pardon me. So we both get away with saying stuff to each other. I cut my hair yesterday. She curled it before I went. And I was like, I'm just going to wash it later, but whatever. Yeah, that's some shit on my sleeve. I'm so glad you saw it. That girl, Lisa, complains the most, but she's been there for more than one cycle. Here's the thing. You just got to let it go, man. You got to fucking let it go. You just got to let it go, man. Yeah, Top Model fucked over a lot of people. And they're not sorry because they made a lot of money. And it is what it is. Like, you're not going to get an apology from people who, they don't care. So look at it this way. Everyone's like mad about body shaming and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, this is Hollywood. All the virtue signaling you see now, none of them mean any of it. They don't mean any of it. Oh, you're beautiful just the way that you are. They don't think that. They're just saying it to make you shut the fuck up. That's it. It's not real. At least before it was real, they were like, we don't care about people. And we don't care about people. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Probably because my cat wouldn't leave me alone, kept jumping on my lap. I thought it was a total joke that Tyra Banks claimed she found Winnie Harlow. Well, she did. No one would have seen Winnie or known who she was if she wasn't on the show. Is what it is. No one would know who she is. That's it. How many parties of Hollywood peeps are filled with uglies? None. Zero. There's zero parties with ugly people. What happened to Shandy? I feel awful for her. But I think people labeling it SA and a grape is really dangerous to the guy because there's no evidence he did that. And everyone's like, what about consent? I'm like, what about for him? Weren't they both drinking? How is that fair to him? This man is just some Italian dude walking around in a show of supermodels from America. Or like, do you want to be on a show with supermodels? Then one of the supermodels is interested in him after partying. Are you kidding? He's a victim too. If production's so evil, like if he was like, I'm not drinking, totally sober, gonna take advantage, then I understand smearing him. But you guys got to be careful with that shit. That's not fair to that dude. And I'm not taking away how she feels at all. Dude, reality TV will exploit your worst fucking moments. That's what they do. That's their pleasure. That is the whole point of it, is to just exploit everything. Okay, here's an example. As I was on Top Model, my boyfriend at the time wasn't answering the phone. Why? He was out partying at bars and probably cheating on me. And I knew to not say anything. I was so sad, guys. I talked to him one time when I was on the show. Once he answered the phone. So the whole time, and just so you guys know, I had been with him for like 4 fucking years. Like at the time, I thought I was going to marry this dude. So you need to understand where I was mentally. And I didn't give it to him. I'm like, they are going to manipulate me. They are going to use this against me. And I'm just going to be like, all right, cool. Tell Dan I'll call him later. And I told no one he wasn't talking to me. Nothing. Because I know they'll use it against you. I'm more privy to it now. But at least then I knew. I was like, they're going to weaponize this shit against me. That's what they're going to do. So I just pretended I wasn't having boyfriend problems. And I was devastated. Like, you date someone for that long. When you're that young, I was 20 years old. I'd been with him since I was 15. That's just put that in perspective. That's 5 years, dude. That's crazy. And he was never home and he was never answering the phone. I was smart as fuck. I was like, they're gonna weapon. But I also remember how young I was and trusting. And my guess is Shandy was probably my age. And she was young and trusting. But I guess I figured it out. Like, because when we were in France, okay, she's 43. We're the same exact age. When we were in France, they kept trying to get us champagne and shit, because when you're underage, you're over there, you can drink. And these French dudes, it was like a challenge, if you will. They take us out and we're supposed to impress them. And I felt very much like they were trying to get us drink and hook up with these dudes. I had a boyfriend. You know what I mean? So when the guys came back to the presidential suite, whoever was the best lady that night, me, right? Even though Robin said I was being slutty, I wasn't. I was just being engaging. All the women were like, I'm going to read the Bible and be a bitch to these guys. I'm like, that you're not going to, I want a presidential suite to get the fuck away from Robin. So I was like, I'm going to be nice to these dudes and I'm going to act like I give a shit about like what they do for a living and stuff, even though I don't. I just want to win this challenge. So I won. And they come back to the presidential suite and there's champagne on ice and everything. So what I did was I turned around to the men and I was like, gentlemen, thank you so much. Good night. Like, bye. We'll be seeing you guys later. Please get the fuck out. However, I don't fault Shandy because it's like a pressure cooker, this situation, man. And it would have been really easy to hit that bottle and try to take the edge off, right? But I didn't want to. You were the winner from the start. Tyra is a hypocrite. She needs to get rid of her wigs and stop criticizing how women look. Well, she's a butthole. Like, what do you guys expect? She's a butthole. She was like a supermodel in a fucking industry where like half of Epstein's friends are running it and shit. Like, she didn't come from a good place, you know? I came from a different world, very blue collar, you know, but I feel bad for Shandy. I do, but expecting producers to step in and stop you from making bad life decisions when it's their job to film you making bad life decisions. That's like mini me on the Surreal Life got blackout drunk. And he was nude rolling around and he could be like, essay, they essayed me by looking at me. I was nude and I wasn't of my right mind. No. Why didn't people stop me? Why didn't people stop Mini-Me? Mini-Me's this big, dude. Takes like 2 drops to get that guy wasted. He was pounded, but he's a full grown man. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to help him. We tried to help him, but he was like hitting that bottle and no producers stepped in to stop him from humiliating himself and peeing on the floor. Do you guys hear what I'm saying here? So that's where I'm coming there. I feel so bad for Shandy. I do, but expecting producers to save you from yourself is never going to happen. They literally will cheer on your demise. They love every fucking moment of it. They are not there to save you. They are there to film you destroying yourself. That's it. You're sad she never checked on Jay after he got sick. I'm not shocked. That's why these chicks are like, Tyra didn't help me. I'm like, bitch, she won't even fucking call her own friend when he has a stroke. Like, what? That's her. That was supposed to be her friend. You know what I mean? This is reality TV. So when the sharks, the judges are great white sharks. Now people are blaming the other 3 girls for not stopping her. Why didn't I stop Mini-Me from drinking that much? A grown adult. Why didn't I stop Vern Troyer from drinking too much and getting naked and peeing on the floor and humiliating himself? You can't blame other people for your bad. I can feel empathy and compassion for Vern. He was humiliated. That was the most humiliating moment of Vern's life. And it was filmed for reality TV and it was pushed everywhere. And we all saw his little wee-wee and everything. Like, I'm sorry. But to blame us, you know what I mean? When Vern's a full-grown adult, even though he's this big, and we should all know he should. And I was like, you shouldn't drink that much, dude. You should stop. You know what I mean? But producers aren't going to stop you from making great TV. They're not going to fucking stop you from making great TV. What they're doing is they're salivating at the mouth that you're sitting there making great TV. They love it. They love it. Well, you can't stop an adult. Now, people make bad decisions. Vern made really bad decisions, which is being that height, drinking that much. I would just like to say really quick, I'm an Avon lady. I sell Avon. Right now, we have a huge fucking sale going on. This is a $60 face cream right here. The Supreme Radiant Firming Cream, and it's on sale for $31. So instead of $60, it's $31. And it's not just this. Our Belief True Cream and Belief Aqua Bomb face creams, instead of $42, they're only $28. That's a good deal, man. That's a good fucking deal. $16 for the new Hydra Fusion Gel Cream, the day cream. $16 instead of $34. Ooh, I'm gonna get this vitamin C moisturizer. $22 for the Ultimate Multi-Performance Day Cream, the new Ultimate. That's $22 instead of $42. So we have huge fucking sales going on right now. Tinted moisturizer, I use our Match. I use this guy, Match Tinted Moisturizer. Or I use the Match Airbrush Tinted Primer. That's what I do. Well, I want to thank you all for ordering from me. I kind of love you for it. I do. I kind of love you for it. You guys are the best. I ain't mad at you. Not mad at you. But yeah, if you apply, like, it's the job of the cast to stop someone from drinking on reality TV, then the neck and titty cream is the Beyond Glow. I love that I got all you people calling it neck and titty cream. I'm such white trash, truly. Beyond Glow right there, niacinamide and retinol neck and titty cream, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it wasn't the job of the Surreal Life cast to stop Vern from drinking, even though, you know, he's like 2 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like, he's at a bigger disadvantage than most people, even a skinny model. My heart is full of compassion and empathy for what Shandy went through, because that's fucking humiliating. As someone who has humiliated myself so badly on reality TV that sometimes I can't sleep at night, you know what I mean? I understand. You have something few others have. You've seen Behind the Curtain of Hollywood, and you can't be bought. You could put your own show with full creative control, then sell Avon purely because you want to. I don't want to be on TV anymore, guys. I don't want to do it. And like, here's why. Currently, right now, someone edited, you know, I do live streams for 2-3 hours. Someone edited a live stream from like 3 years ago, where all these Marxists were coming in talking about colonizers. And they took me out of context to make it look like I'm anti-Black people. It's fucking ridiculous. I basically said I don't believe in that colonizer bullshit because we'd all have to leave and go home, but this is my home. And someone in my chat was like, well, not the Black community because we were brought here. I'm like, Native Americans don't feel that way. You'd have to fucking go home too. If you believe in this shit, you got to believe all the way. There's not selective belief. Like, so they took me out of context. They're trying to make it look like I'm a racist piece of shit. And why would I want more fame? They'll just do more of that. I don't want fucking any part of this shit. The internet is full of evil assholes. I'm done, man. I'm done. The public is fucking cruel. All they want to do is rip you to shreds. That's it. That's it. I saw it on TikTok. Mary, like, why would I ever say fucking anything like that? They take you out of context and they try to destroy your life with it. It's ridiculous. There's like a Reddit hate group for me where like 30 people watch everything I do, selectively trying to edit or take me out of context to try to destroy my life. They keep saying I'm MAGA. Well, I was Democrat for a while, so I was like, what do Republicans have to offer? And then I was like, oh, they're just on the same side as Democrats. They just pretend they're not. Like, I'm pretty black-pilled here. I don't want to sit in any box. I don't feel like anyone's coming to save us. You know what I mean? But yeah, I believe colonizers are conquerors. And I believe we were all born here. Anyone born in America, you're American. And I don't really give a shit about what happened hundreds of years ago. I don't own the sins of people I don't fucking know. I don't even know my great grandparents. I could walk by them in the street and have no clue who the fuck they are. So why should I own anything they did? I'm busy enough owning my own sins, guys. My own dumbassery. My own idiocy. You know what I mean? All they try to do is destroy you. That's it. Let's see. I'm just reading everything you guys are saying. Dissenting opinions aren't... Dude, I don't... Same here. As you said, we don't own the sins of those that did shit before us. No. I mean, my ancestors might be nothing but like grapists, if you know what I mean, and like evil dudes that do bad shit. Why the fuck? I don't feel like some deep ties to them. I don't know them. Am I glad everybody did shit? Yeah, I'm glad they conquered America because we wouldn't exist. I'm grateful. I like being alive. I don't know about you, but it's kind of fun. But yeah, I have no desire to do anything in the public eye because all people do is try to destroy you. That's it. Bennett, I don't know what you're posting to me, but I can't click links. Maybe someone else can click that and tell us what the hell it means. But yeah, all they do is they just try to destroy your life. Kind of like that bitch from Last of Us when they tried to take me out of context and say I was body shaming her, which I wasn't. I was just like, that's the most unbelievable warlord I've ever seen. She's like 2 feet tall. She's curvaceous. You know, she's commanding like all these Viking dudes armed to the teeth in a post-apocalyptic world. That's so fucking stupid. And then, oh, she body shamed me. I was like, in a nice way, trying to say that men would just force themselves on her. They wouldn't take orders from her. Like, if shit really hit the fan, do you think there's going to be a bunch of woman warlords dictating to a bunch of dudes what to do? Feminism's the first thing that dies. It's the first thing that goes is feminism. It's gone. No, I don't have permanent eyeliner. Yeah, and then they were like, oh, she body shamed her. And I was like, fuck this show. And fuck her too. I used to be a big fan of her. I was like, she knows I didn't mean that, but you got to get your press. Gotta get your press. I have a big, huge chunk of something in my eye. I have to flush it out. Why can't I get it? All right, crying it out. There it is. Got it, baby. Got it. I criticized the casting and the actor took offense. Yeah, because actors think they are really the characters they play, man. They're nuts. I'm sorry. Actors are fucking crazy. Everyone acts like a perpetual victim. I hate this whole thing. I'm the last one that would body shame. Oh, me and my friends body shame everybody, even each other. That's why I'm like, nobody means anything they say. If someone's okay, my friend has lost tons of weight, but when she was morbidly obese, she gives me a call. I'm just going to say Jennifer. She's like, have you seen Jennifer? I'm like, no, I haven't seen that bitch since we stopped talking to her. She's like, go look at Jennifer's Facebook. So I go on our old friend's Facebook that screwed us over. And she's like, look how fucking fat she is. And I just start laughing. She's like, I'm fat as fuck. So I get to call it out. This bitch is fat. We're women, dude. This is what women do. Women are fucking mean to each other. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. Yes, I do cringe when I hear that song. But you know who enjoys any Brady Bunch reference is my husband. My husband does this. We'll be like sitting on the couch and like a Brady Bunch reference comes out and my husband's like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'll call a bitch fat too. I don't care. Dude, it's all women do. It's all they do. Like when I got mad at Top Model and shit for lying to me, Tyra Banks after a while came out and said that it was due to my poor work ethic. Now, if anyone watched my season of Top Model, that is the polar opposite of me. Belief, by the way, moisturizing balm toner. I am not lazy. I do not have bad work ethic. All I do is work. I'm a fucking worker bee. I'm proud of it. Let's do Beyond Glow Hyaluronic Acid, 1.5%. So she was like, she has bad work ethic. And she knew that was going for my jugular. Because now y'all know Tyra, you saw her. She's a mean girl. And I'm like, she just insulted the shit out of my blue collar ass. Because when I went on Top Model, I was working double shifts as a waitress. I have spider veins on my legs that I've had since I was fucking 18 years old. From standing on my feet 12 plus hours a day, working my fucking balls off. And I'm like, this bitch did not just say I have bad work ethic. So you know what I did? I said, oh yeah? I was very immature and I was very mad. I said, well, you're fucking fat. Am I doing myself a disservice by switching up my products all the time versus applying 2 times a day? I switch up my products all the time. I called her fat. I regret it now because I was just young and immature and pissed. And I was like, she went for my fucking, jugular. I'm going to go for hers. And I knew what her insecurity was. So I was like, I'm going to go for her. I hate to say this because I know you hate your past. I was watching an episode when you were getting married to that guy. As you were leaving, you said to your grandma, watch my cat and dog. And your grandma said, I don't know where the cat is. I thought it was funny. You want to know a true story about that cat's name was Ziggy Stardust. My grandma, I told her, stop letting the fucking cat outside, Grandma. Don't do it. Don't let my cat outside, Grandma. So I'm living in LA. I told my ex-husband, you know what? Let's do the neck and titty cream Beyond Glow. Firming neck and titty cream with retinol. I said, I'm going to ship my cat out here. And he was like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to get my cat. I was like, maybe I'll fly out there. I'll get my cat. So I call. And I tell my grandma, I'm like, Grandma, I'm going to come out. I'm going to get my cat. It's going to be fucking great. And my grandma starts sobbing. Grandma, what's the matter? What's the matter, Grandma? I let the cat outside. I'm like, I know what happened. We live next to I-55. I told her 50 times, we live next to a fucking highway, Grandma. Don't let the cat outside. Grandma, you let my cat outside? He wanted to go out. Of course he wants to go out. He's a fucking idiot cat. What happened? The neighbor's boys are burying him right now. And then I'm torn because I love my grandma so fucking much. And she's so devastated because she knows I love my cat. And she knows that I asked her not to let my cat outside. I made it very clear. And I even said before I left, I was like, don't let that cat outside because then he's going to die before I get him. And I was like, Grandma, I love you more than that cat. You're lucky. And she kind of laughed. I was like, but I really love this cat. So I said, stop the neighbor boys from burying the cat. She's like, they're done. I said, go give them a $50 bill. Tell them it's for me for burying the cat and tell them to dig it up. And I'll give them an extra 25 more if they fucking drop it off at the vet, like a block down the street from my mom's house to get them cremated. So I had them redig up my cat. And I cremated him. All right. This is our caffeine and retinol Beyond Glow eye cream. Big fan. Poor grandma. Poor grandma. Oh, poor grandma. Poor lady. Grandma, you killed my cat. She was devastated because she knew it hurt me. My poor sweet grandma. Letting that fucking cat outside. Yes, I had a cat named Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, one named Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and one named Billy Shears. Happy Friday, Kimmy. Ziggy duped Grandma. Grandma duped me. She said she was going to let Ziggy start us out no more. She let him right outside. I recently discovered my kitchen chairs were Peter Brady chairs. Okay. He started that company while we were together. He gave me a sob story that, he wouldn't be able to live or anything unless I signed that company over to him, and I did. And he goes off. My guess is he's made millions upon millions of dollars. I'm not a bad person, dude. Like I didn't fight for anything. He was like, "Can I just have this?" Most women have been like, "Fuck you. The robe is clean." I was like, "Yeah, sure," and I signed it over so that I would have no rights to his furniture company. And my friend Gretchen Bonaducci. This is a true story. So we go and get her nails done. And then I'm at her house and I sit on this chair. And the chair looks nice. It's like a bar stool. But it's all fucked up. And I'm like, these chairs, they're so fucked up. I was like, you bought some fucked up chairs, woman. And she's like laughing and hiding her face. And I'm like, what? She's like, I didn't realize they were your ex-husband's chairs until after I got them. I was like, no wonder why they're fucking pieces of shit. I was like, dude. And I thought it was funny. That eye cream is the tits. I'm no longer Scrody McBoogerlids. Hey, Scrody McBoogerlids. Yes, as in Danny Bonaducci. Gretchen is such a sweet, sweet, sweet person. Gretchen got offered a job. This is rare in Hollywood. Let me tell you this story. Gretchen got offered a job that was with my ex-husband. And this bitch calls me and she's like, hey, I just want to see if it's okay with you. You're trying to survive in LA and make money and shit. And she put our friendship first. She was like, our friendship is first. Is this okay with you? I don't want to make you uncomfortable. And I'm like, what a fucking ride or die, man. What a great lady. What an amazing woman. Thank you. I'm like, go for it. I don't give a shit. Go work with him. I don't care. I'm sure he's a really nice guy if you're not married to him. I was like, I'm not sitting here hating him, so go do your thing. So she did. But I always thought that was like super solid and really nice of her. Here's a true story. God love him. I do love my old manager very much. He was like a brother to me for a long time. And one day, I think it was right after I got married out here, he called me and I put him on speakerphone because I just thought he was naturally going to like congratulate us and stuff. So I have my husband say hi to him and stuff. And he's on speakerphone in my car right after getting married, where we say exactly what's on our mind. That's true, Cody. There you go. Oh, thank you. My husband hates my frames. Motherfucker, where was... Oh, so I have him on speakerphone. My husband's right next to me, and they say hi to each other, And then my old manager's like, I want you to hear it from me first. I'm like, what? He's like, I'm going into business with your ex-husband. So the hi I had, like, I just got married. He's calling to congratulate me. I was like, I appreciate it. I fucking appreciate it. Thanks, dude. Thank you. Naturally, like people who are friends with my ex, I just don't like hang out with or talk to because I don't want a direct line of reporting, like investigative reports to any ex of mine. I'm free of that. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm an Avon lady, by the way. AdrianneCurry.com if you would like to buy some Avon from your girl. What am I going to do here? No, like I put some stuff on, but I'm like, do I just do something really light? Maybe I do. We'll start with this. Like, I don't know if I'm feeling heavy makeup today, guys. I wear it a lot, but I don't know. Feeling more natural, I guess. There we go. Hey, dog. Hey. Stop licking the same spot on your paw over and over and over. Good morning, Phoenix. And hello. You got yourself a new emote. Enjoy that. Witness or hear any Epstein-ish situations. That's the entire modeling industry. That's why I think it's so funny. People are like, Tyra Banks and top models should be held accountable. I'm like, do you know anything about the fashion industry or the television industry? Do I regret my first marriage? It came from a good place. I was very in love then. I was in love with the wrong person. So I forgive myself for having done that, but I wouldn't have met my husband now had that not happened. Does that make sense? I was so upset about it. I wanted to get it annulled by the Catholic Church, which I can because they don't recognize like a third wife. So he was Jewish, a Jewish atheist who had been married multiple times. So I could have had the marriage annulled in the church. But then I'm like, what is the point of that? Just being vindictive? Okay, I can go do this, but that doesn't erase the fact that it still happened, you know? Like, is it fun to know that I can? Sure is. But what a waste of my time. So I didn't do it. But I learned what it is that I need in a relationship. So for that, I'm glad. I am using the Love at First Sight palette, just a very light pink, fleshy color. You know, I don't want to sit here and regret things. You know, when we divorced, I was really fucked up for a while. And I got to tell you, I used to be so mad that he didn't want to work on it and all this other shit. Now I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because I would have been stuck in that for the rest of my life. Totally. Because I'm a very committed person. I'm so grateful every day, all the time. I think it matters more if you want to marry in the Catholic Church, right? Well, I'm Catholic, like meaning I went through the whole shebang, confirmation, you name it. So yeah, duck sauce for the win is right. My husband's a good man. So I'm really, really happy. Can we talk about aliens now, though? I almost hope aliens are real, even though we all know they're lying to us. The fact that Barack Obama said it and then Trump's like, I'm going to help him. I'm like, God, you guys are so on the same team and it's all fucking theatrics. It's so clear. It's so clear. We live in a fucking theater play. But I was like, if there was aliens, like real aliens, I think we would District 9 their asses. I think human beings would be like, fuck these aliens. And we'd all come together. So I'm almost pro there being aliens. Because if it brings us all together and makes everyone forget their identities that they're obsessed with. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. I'm LGBTQ. I'm Black. I'm Italian. I'm a Chinese. I feel like all of that would go the fuck away. And we'd be like, fuck these aliens in unison. So maybe it'll be a good thing. I don't know. We'll see. Let me just put a wee bit of darkness here. So that's how I feel. Now, the alien thing, I feel if there's aliens, they're just demons in cahoots with our government. I don't trust Barack Obama and Trump mythically and magically coming out together like, oh, hey, aliens. I'm like, you guys are the two of the most untrustworthy people. Like, it's just, okay. 2 attempts on Trump's life and he never talks about it. Doesn't it bother you guys? It bothers me. Never talks about it. He'll talk about losing the election or whatever, but he'll never sit there and be like, oh, hey, remember when everyone was trying to off me? Let's talk about that. Just seems a little off because your girl over here, like top model didn't give me my prizes, and I sounded off about that for years. I can't imagine how much I'd have to say if some kid tried to off me and then the FBI is like, oh, it was a slanted roof and oh, he worked alone and oh, it's like none of it's believable. So why is he done talking about it? Just seems fucking weird, doesn't it? And that's why, like, I'm at that point where I'm like team us. Like, I just don't feel. Do I want people to shock me and do well by me? Like if all of a sudden the politicians in office did really well by us and things started coming up Millhouse, sure, that'd be great, but I don't expect it, regardless of who's in there. And as someone who was a lifelong Democrat, when I left in 2020, I looked at the other party. I'm like, okay, so what do you guys have to offer? And I'm kind of at that moment where I'm like, everyone would always say the lesser of 2 evils. They're so unbelievably evil. If one's lesser than the other, it's like by this much. That's why I'm like, I don't trust anything anymore. And this alien thing, I don't trust that. Anyone believes he was shot is a simpleton. Sorry, Trump's all about revenge. It was fake. But if it was fake, that's why I'm saying I think Democrats are in on it. I think they're all just best friends. And the only idiots that are out there is anyone believing that their side is for what they're saying they are. Does that make sense? Like, Trump to come out and be like, Obama shouldn't have said that, but I'm going to help him. Trump helping Obama? Like, that sounded like a very planned thing. Obama will come out and say it, and then Trump will do this, and we're in the basement of the White House, and we're all planning together how we're going to fuck everyone in the ass. It's the Truman Show. It totally is. If it was real, he wouldn't shut up about it. Dude, I just don't know what to believe. And I blame the government. Stargate type advanced aliens or cabin in the woods midnight meat train type aliens. I'm just like, what if it's just, is it Project Bluebeam? What if it's just that, guys? What if it's just that? Hey, this is kind of fun. I don't mind so much what we did there. Hi, puppy. I love you. Why? Hi. I love you. Sorry, I had to tell her. She has to know she's our old lady. The other day, we brought the dog outside, and she peed, and it was all blood. And my husband, that's his baby. Like, I love this dog to the moon and back, but that is my husband's baby. So I looked up, the vet handed him the phone. He made a phone call, and we rushed her right over. And hoping it's just a bladder infection. But yeah, she's getting extra babied now for being so cute and smelly. So what do you guys think about the aliens? Is it Project Bluebeam? Just a bunch of fucking lies again? Like, where are we at with this? I don't know what to believe. Like, they arrest Prince Andrew, and I'm like, I feel like he's their sacrificial lamb. Like, Prince Andrew has no power. He's already been stripped of everything. And all the cabal was like, all right, let's just throw good old Andrew under the bus there. We'll just throw him under the bus. We'll all be fine. The Clintons, the Bill Gates of the world, everyone that was on Trump's cabinet that was like on the island, we're all going to be fine. Whoopi Goldberg. Wasn't it funny how Whoopi and them, they're like, release the Epstein files. And then you find out Whoopi Goldberg's like, I love Epstein. I want to be on his plane, best friends. And then she's like, oh, it's all fake. I'm like, it's all bullshit. He's a sacrificial lamb and it solves a problem for Charles, gets him out of the way. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I know they've been seeing aliens for centuries. I wonder if they're demonic entities, though. I wonder if all this child stuff and beef jerky and pizza and Epstein Island and everything else, I wonder if it's tied to like sacrificing things for the Dark Lord. Because here's the thing. How many Christians are on this earth? How many? And we're supposed to believe there's not even a quarter of Satan worshiping fucks? How is that believable? Can anyone help me with that? How is that believable? That you can have this many Christians and you can't even have 10% of like demon worshiping Satanists? If that many people believe in God, wouldn't some people believe in the devil? The greatest trick the devil has ever pulled is convincing the world he does not exist. You know what I mean? Yeah, that doesn't look like Ghislaine in jail, does it? That doesn't look like her at all. Unless like her entire face just, I'm telling you guys, it's a shit show. It's a real shit show out there. I don't know what to do with all of this. That's why I'm like, I don't know what to believe. And then when people are all like, oh, someone told me the other day, you voted for a pedo. I'm like, which one? My family was a huge Bill Clinton family. My whole family on my dad's side's from Arkansas. Bill Clinton was the man. Which one, baby? Which fucking one? Like, no one has a high horse to be on anymore. Like, are we really going to pretend that some of them aren't that bad? I feel like they're all so bad. Which fucking one? I just can't believe anyone thinks like, well, my side's virtuous and pure. I'm over here like, guys, it's bad. Like, look at Kash Patel and Pam Bondi. They were like, there's no evidence at all that Epstein did anything bad, and we worship him and love him, and he hurt himself, and nothing happened to him, and it's like mythical and magical unicorns. Fuck both of you. What do you think, we're 5? My favorite thing is Epstein's pal, the Victoria's Secret guy, and the guy in France that ran the modeling agency trafficking women. He mythically and magically went the way of the dodo, just like Epstein. He just magically offed himself. Like, I think it was Francis Epstein offed himself in prison, just like Epstein. Ooh! And what about Virginia, the first chick that blew the lid on fucking Prince Andrew? She said, under no circumstances ever will I harm myself. Don't believe it. I'll never do it. Never in a million years. Ever, ever, ever in the history of ever will I ever hurt myself. And then they're like, she did it. Da, 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 da. This is so fucking stupid. I'm old enough to remember when Kash Patel went on every single podcast pretending that he was going to like drain the swamp. You know what they did? They expanded it. They turned that swamp into the motherfucking Everglades. That's what they did. Remember that interview with him and Dan Bongino? And Dan Bongino, that motherfucker looked like he was being held hostage. It was wild. Okay, I think I got a good eyeliner. Central Cast, no shit. Like, I don't trust any of these people. And I hated Pam Bondi from the jump. Sorry, never liked her. Never liked her. But I don't feel like there's some good side. Like, I really didn't like open borders, and I'm glad they're closed, but I just don't feel like either side's doing well for... Didn't Trump just keep around some toxic chemicals, like in Roundup or something? I closed the border, but poisoned the people. Favorite serum? I love the dual elixir. And I really love this. This is our new clinical AHA resurfacing expert. This is so good for your pores. One, it's full of anti-aging. Jill, thank you for the 310 stars, Jill. I'm always glad that you've stuck around. I know sometimes we butt heads, but I like you. I like people that don't agree with me all the time. I don't want a bunch of yes men. I fucking hate that. So thank you. This stuff's really good for your pores, but AHA is amazing for anti-aging too. It's also good for like post-acne pock marks and stuff like that. I love this shit. Sunburn alert. You might be a little susceptible to a little bit of a burn, so watch yourself. But I'm a big fan. Sorry, I have to pull my eyelids because they're like a fucking wrinkly, crinkly nutsack. Sucks. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm like, I don't know how else to get my eyeliner on at this point. My eyes are so fucking ancient. Ancient Egypt over here. Old lady. There we go. There we go. I think we're done there. Yeah. Yeah. Echo chambers do get boring after a while. Totally. Due to flushable wipes clogging pipes. Flushable wipes, you shouldn't flush them. They're not flushable. It's a fucking lie. Wipe your asshole and put it in the fucking trash can, dude. Everyone knows flushable wipes are not real. Crazy Rock in Romeoville. What is that? Is it a bar? Is that the titty bar? With the lady on it? Like if you go past Lockport, I forget that road, and you keep going. Is that what you're talking about? Did you ever go to the titty bar? No, never. But I've driven by the titty bar like a million times. And, you know, when you're a kid and you're sitting there and you're, you know, burning one and driving around town, you're like, look at this fucking titty bar. And then my friends would be like, go get a job, fucking slut. You know how it goes. You know how it goes. It's true. All my friends always called me a slut. My friends on a dating app, I was like, did you put on there that you're a professional slut? And we laugh. Sometimes you just got to bust each other's balls. So this is our cream eyeliner. It's Glimmer Sticks. It's super cheap and it's fucking awesome. Just so you guys know. It's fucking awesome. You know what? Sometimes I wish I was rich because I don't think you guys would see much of me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. If I was rich, you'd probably see periodically like a post of a butterfly on a flower. I'd probably post like 5 times a year on social media. And I feel like my life would be really peaceful. No, I know you love seeing me, but I'm telling you, this world is dangerous. Like me just sitting here and talking All people do is take everything I say out of fucking context and try to destroy my life. It's exhausting. I'm so tired. I'm fucking tired, man. It's horrible. Horrible. Like, what was it? I said in my former marriage, he's an ethnic Jew, so I got a menorah, for Christmas. And the joke was I called it his Jew thing, and people were telling me I was anti-Semitic for respecting him and his bloodlines enough to want to represent him and his people. I'm like, I'm anti-Semitic. Everyone's racist. Everyone's anti-Semitic. Everyone's anti this. And I'm like, dude, if I was anti-Semitic, why did I marry a Jew? How does that fucking make any sense? Well, you can still be racist and be married to, like, a Chinese guy. So fucking stupid. It's so dumb. Well, I'm here all the time because I sell Avon, but if I wasn't selling Avon, I'd be like, hey guys, I'd still say what's up, but it wouldn't be so frequent because it's dangerous. Like, I can sit here and talk about this shit, and then someone can clip me saying his little Jew thing and then be like, she hates Jews. You know how it is. And people are fucking nuts. They're nuts and mean. Everyone's so mean. And that's why when everyone was trying to cancel Tyra Banks, I was like, dude, back the fuck off. If the girls want to be mad at her, if the judges want to be mad at her, fine. They have the right. But everyone else being mad at her, for what reason? You just want to be fucking outraged. That's it. Bill Burr, racist, and his black wife is proof of how racist he is, too. I can't. You can't fight that. It's just, everyone is an idiot now. I don't know what happened. People, the Jew thing, a menorah. Well, I forgot what it was called, and I couldn't find it. And so I wasn't done decorating until I got it. And I believe he was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, your fucking Jew thing. Because I want to be respectful. And then everyone's like, oh, it's the way you said it. Well, who the fuck are you? Wouldn't it have been the Jew that should be offended by it? And they weren't. What the hell is wrong with everyone? I hate sardines too. And I used to eat them by the fucking cans when I was a little kid. My dad was one and managed to raise 2 non-racist kids and was married to a Filipino. What a racist. Political correctness is exhausting. It's meant to be. And it's divisive and stupid. It's so dumb. And it all started it was like 2020 when everyone was all like, anti-America and everyone here is so terrible and everything bad that happened. There's more slaves today than ever before in human history right now. So if slavery is so bothersome to you from before that doesn't exist anymore, doesn't it bother you we let illegals come in here and abuse them, workplace violations and shit? Pay them under the table barely anything at all so we can fucking abuse this shit out. Why does that not bother you? Well, because we give them a penny. It's like, dude, nobody means anything they say. No one has any convictions at all. That I'm convinced of it. Everyone just repeats shit, and everyone's holding a torch with the pitchfork mob, just trying to come at everybody because they're fucking bored. And I'm like, you should learn how to quilt. I learned how to make all this food, in 2020, when everyone started getting obsessed with Top Model. I had so many of the girls from the show reach out to me. Let's do all these live streams. We're going to trash Tyra. And I'm like, I don't think it's fair what they're doing to her. And I told people that, and they were not expecting me to say it. I'm like, it is not fair to 20 years later get mad at somebody for something you watch. That's fucking ridiculous. So I'm sure you guys saw it, all those former contestants were doing all these live streams airing their grievances, and I was just like, whatever, who cares? I'm sorry. I'm not jumping on the bash Tyra train. I've got my own qualms with her. Everyone knows it. But for everyone to get big mad at something, like, you cannot hold people to account. Look at how many comedians used to do blackface. Now you'd get flamed alive for saying it, but what the fuck? Like, dude, just relax, man. He called the N-word when he called me house. He doesn't know yet, but his opinion doesn't matter to us anyway. You can call me anything on earth. I don't give words the power other. For me, I'm like, why would anyone give any word that much power? Ever. Basically, you're telling everyone, hey, here's the ultimate weapon against me. You're not playing your cards close to your chest. You're revealing every secret of how to get you. Did you guys see that viral clip of everyone bullying that little white lady on the subway? And when she got off, she said the N-word to him and walked off. The comments were full of black people saying they earned that, which made me laugh. But I was like, does she understand that if they had pried open those doors, the way they reacted, they looked like they were about to kill her? I'm like, girl, you could have said fuck you or assholes. Like, I don't approve of that. But also, why would anyone allow that word to have that much power over them? I feel like this is David Bowie in Labyrinth, and I'm like, you have no power over me. It's just better. Do you guys need an Avon lady? I'd love to be your Avon lady. Me. It's a crazy psyop. We have to stop saying words because it's offensive, but we have to accept crime because we have privilege, and it's working. It's not working for me. I've been pushing back on this shit forever. I'm in trouble right now because someone took a 3-hour stream and took me out of context, clipped this much out of it, and put it on TikTok of me fighting with people that I don't believe in colonizers. I don't. I believe anyone born in this country, this is your country. Someone in my stream was like, well, not the black community. We don't have to leave because we were kidnapped and brought here. I'm like, no, you have to go home too, bitches. Native Americans don't give a fuck how you came here. If you want to believe in that shit and you ask them, they'll be like, fuck you with your selective who gets to stay. This is our place. Get out. Like, why would anyone believe that the Native Americans would sign on to that? Your Marxist belief that only special people can stay here because your circumstances were different. They wouldn't. They'd be like, get the fuck out. So I said that. And then everyone's like, oh, Adrienne said that the black community should go back home. Taking me out of context, dude. It's disgusting. People are fucking disgusting. It's so gross. I hate this world. Everyone's so fucking mean. Christina, thank you. Stand your ground. I'm going to stand my ground. You can't take a 3-hour clip out of context and not even show the chat I'm responding to and then be like, she said, I don't believe anyone born in this country should go home. And I don't look at us as like Indian American, Black American, Irish American. Guys, we're Americans. That's it. I have more in common with my black neighbor than I do someone from fucking the Philippines. We have no commonality. Who built the railroad? My family, actually. I posted for my supporters on my Facebook page that my great-grandfather fell down, was ran over by a train and survived. He was building the railroads. And what's funny is it was both sides of my family. The Italians came over and worked on the railroads, and then they were going to go to Italy because they heard that you could grow vineyards and stuff there, but they got real tired in Indiana and they stopped. And then the Irish side of my family, they worked on the railroad. And then my grandpa's dad fell in front of a fucking train He was in like critical condition, but he survived. And there's a newspaper article from the 1800s about it. It's wild. It's wild. I like this. Very natural. Very natural look today. Let's do vitamin C illuminating primer. So that's who built the railroads. My family. And I'm not gatekeeping them. Enjoy the fucking railroads. Who cares? We're all American. They might have been immigrants that came here to this country, but I'm not. I was born here. So someone born in Florida, I have a lot more in common with you. Okay, like when I went to South Africa, this was the first place where this was pointed out to me. Italy was the second. In South Africa, my friend, you know, gorgeous. She worked a lot too. She's so pretty. Fucking gorgeous. We're in South Africa and they're asking us, you know, like, what are you? I'm like, oh, Italian American. Where in Italy were you born? Oh no, I was born in the south side of Chicago. And they're like, you're not Italian American. And then when they asked her, she's like, I'm African American. So they're like, oh, where in Africa were you born? And she was like, I was born in Florida or whatever. And they're like, you are not African American. And I was like, oh shit. So she had Africans telling her, you weren't born here. You are not what you're saying you are. They're like, what is wrong with you Americans? You're American. And I really liked that. I was like, I agree with that shit. Anyone born here? You my dog. I have more in common with you than I did Italy. When I went to Italy, it was like cold water being splashed in my face. I go to Italy and I'm thinking I'm going to meet a nice guy and all this stuff. For people saying there's so much sexism and patriarchy here, times that by a kabillion over there. It's totally different. The guys were grabbing my privates in the streets, driving by on a bike, slapping my ass. Che bella, all the time. And I was like, I fucking hate this place. No wonder why my grandma or my great grandma and grandpa left. They were like, fuck this. This place sucks ass. I was not impressed. And you need to realize I was raised by a full-blooded Calabrian grandmother. And the motherland, right? I was expecting it to be all this shit. And it just wasn't. Aw, thanks, Kelly. You can do your eyes like this. This is super, super simple. Very simple. You got it. You got it. Men were very aggressive in Europe. That's why when I was on Top Model, there's an episode called A Girl Deals with a Pervert. This guy fucking rolls up on me, you guys. And he reaches like on my legs. And I don't understand what he's saying. He's French, right? So I'm like shook. And then he reaches again and like runs his hand and brushes the hoo-ha. And then everyone's like, well, why didn't the film crew? The film crew totally stepped in then. I mean, I was getting assaulted in the streets. They totally were not supposed to talk to the film crew, but that film crew put themselves in between me and that guy, and they had that shit stop. Go to the beach there. Surfers aren't like that, and they're hot. What, in Cape Town? I lived there for like 5 months. And most of the surfers come from Australia. And if you mistake an Australian for a South African or a South African for an Australian, they get pissed. Just like mistaking a Chinese person for a Japanese person, they get pissed. I always said South Africans sound like hillbilly Australians. They do. And Australians sound like hillbilly Brits. They do. Hillbillies. I like it. The race swapping stuff was cracking me up. I was painted up to be Harriet Tubman in an elementary school play. Dude, I wanted to cosplay the Queen of the Damned. Aaliyah played her. I almost did it. I was like, I'm going to go get a deep spray tan. That's not, I hate the term cultural appropriation and shit. I wasn't doing it to mock her. I thought Aaliyah was, She was the best part of that movie. That movie was garbage. And she was fucking gorgeous. And her costume was gorgeous. And like her hottie body, she had everything going for her. She looked awesome. And if I had done that, people now would have been like, oh, look at what she did. She's wearing blackface. I'm like, that's someone who appreciates someone. What, didn't Megyn Kelly get fired because she asked how it's offensive if you love Diana Ross to dress up as her? Am I crazy? Remember when Raven-Symoné got so much hate saying she wasn't African American? She was simply saying she has no direct connection to Africa. I'm telling you, when you leave this country, if you're Irish and you go to Ireland, oh, I'm Irish American, they'll be like, where in Ireland were you born? And if you say, I wasn't born in Ireland, I was born in America, they will say, you are not Irish. Someone in your lineage once was, you are not. And they're right. I used to say I was Italian American until I learned that lesson. I was like, no, I'm just American that was raised with deep Italian culture. But our Italian culture in America is fucking different from Italy. It just is. That's why we're fatter. Only Americans describe themselves that way. It's really weird. Oh, Candace, I'm so glad to be your Avon lady. So I'm like, we are the people or just one. Didn't you just say earlier the past is the past? With what? Only the now is important? Well, the past brings you to your path today. You know what I mean? So honor your past and respect the past. But for me, if someone's like, fuck you for what ancient Rome did, I'd be like, fuck you, dude. I wasn't around then. If someone told me, fuck you for what your grandfather did, I wasn't around then. That's like the BTK killer. He had a daughter. That's like saying, yo, your daughter is at fault for what your dad did. He was one of the worst serial killers there ever was. What a fucked up man. He's disgusting beyond disgusting. Right? Just vile. But she doesn't own the sins of her father. I'm not into that. Heritage and origin. Well, that's the confusing thing. You can be like, oh, I'm Italian American. But like I said, when I went to Italy, Italians in America are very fucking different. We're our own breed. It's not the same. It's just not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Our accent and words in Appalachia is not hillbilly. We're Scots and have a very distinct dialect. But you're not Scots. You're American. The Bayou has a little bit of that Bayou accent, that Cajun drawl. It's very confusing. It's like a hillbilly fucked a French person and had a baby. But it's an American dialect. It is not a French dialect. It is American, and that's it. That's all. It's American. I think we need to be more proud of who we are. That's all. That documentary of the BTK's daughter was pretty wild. I didn't see it. Oh, she has a book? Poor thing. Poor baby. I feel so bad for her. I feel so bad for her. Like, what a terrible thing. Let's do Avon Senses Strawberry Lip Balm. I can't trace my family's roots back to anything. My family is all slave trash. I mean it. The poorest of the poor. Think of all the poor people that lived on earth and how unimportant they are in the history books. That's my family. My husband had his shit traced back to like fucking coats of arms and fucking sigils and shit, like cool ass, badass shit. And my family's like, nope, we're so poor. Nobody gave a fuck about us ever. That's my lineage, which totally explains me being white trash. It's sad that openly talking about lineage or race could be misinterpreted as racist or disrespectful. Who fucking cares? How can you learn about race and lineage if it's so taboo? Who cares? I'm telling you, let's just spread who fucking cares. We're all mutts here. It is so rare to find someone that's not a mutt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not English. I'm not. I have zero English in my blood. There is like fuck off none. There's like fuck off none for Asian. So I ain't gonna own that shit. Who cares? So they look pretty cool over there. And if someone started eating pizza and going, Mamma mia, blah, 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 I'd be like, good for you, dude. Like, I'm not offended. I call cobwebs Fellinis, and none of my friends knew what I was talking about. And it's like fucking Italian. That's what the Italians called it. Get the Fellinis. What's a Fellini? What do you mean? Like, I was looking at my friends like, are they fucking crazy? How do you not know what a Fellini is? It's up there on the ceiling. It's right there. How do you not notice that? My dad traced her family back to the Viking era. Yeah, that's basically my husband. I'm 100% American, man. And I grew up on the south side of Chicagoland in Joliet, Illinois. And that is not a white town. And there's no one in that town that I don't feel like are my people. Because that's where I was born and bred. That's it. I hate what's happened lately with the identity politics. I hate how much everyone just rejects each other and everyone's in a competition. And I'm like, oh, dude, can we just go back to being badass Americans? That's what I want. So I guess we sit back and we wait. I don't really care about my lineage either. Isn't that terrible? How do I pronounce Wisconsin? Wisconsin. Like passion. Wisconsin. Like, I took voice and diction classes to try to lose my Midwest accent. I did. Accent, my pants, my ma, pants. It's always pant. Wisconsin. Yeah, I know. Wisconsin. Chicago. And it's so funny. I always hear Tim Pool, oh, people don't talk like that here. I'm like, are you fucking out of your mind? You don't sound like that. Good for you, dude. Everyone has that little bit of that, don't you know, Minnesota. Like, there's a dialect in the Midwest. It's very nasally. And it's got an ear. You add a ear to things. And I was told it was very ugly. So I worked really, really hard to try to get rid of it. But yeah, he was always like, Tim Pool's always like, oh, no one has an accent back there. And I'm like, they do, because I had to work hard to get rid of mine. Mine wasn't like some pretend shit. I was told how ugly it was, and I'd never booked jobs sounding like that. They said that the worst dialect in Hollywood that they don't want on TV, the worst ones, is the Midwest and Boston. They hate it. They hate it. I did shop at the Jewels, and Cub Foods. That ear. Ear. It's true. 50% Cuban, 50% Ashkenazi Jewish. You know, I tried to look into all that shit, and I was like, I don't even fucking care anymore. A bunch of people who shouldn't have fucked, and here I am. People that should have hated each other. Thank you for having sex. What I did learn when I was in Italy, because my family's from Calabria, it's right at the end. Northern Italians hate Africans and Sicilians and Southern Italians and say they all mate with each other. I'm not kidding. So when I was in Italy, they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where my family hails from. No clue, because I was in Milan. And in Milan, they think they're above the people down in the southern part of the boot. And they're really above the Sicilians. And they're really, really above the Africans. Everyone's racist all over the world. It's unbelievable. I don't know where my family's from. I totally fucking knew. I knew. I don't plan on seeing Nine Inch Nails. I've seen them more than enough. We're good. Unfortunately, the San Fernando Valley accent has infected women across the entire country. Everything they say is a question, and it sounds like they're pinching their nose when they talk. It makes me crazy. It is the one accent that has always made me fucking crazy. Glad to grow up in Joliet. Real people, Seminos and Maury's all day. I love Maury's. I love Maury's. I love it. And I love their deep dish. It's like pizza lasagna. I love deep dish. And people are like, oh, Chicagoans don't like deep dish. Bullshit. It's a special occasion pizza. It's a special occasion pizza. It's not real pizza. It's a special occasion pizza. You know what I mean? You eat that shit because it's special. I'm mainly a Norwegian bitch with another 50% other shit, including a dash of Italian. You are an American. We are the land of the fucking mutts. And the greatest trick they ever pulled was us to start gatekeeping where our people came from and then telling other people they can't celebrate it or it's cultural appropriation and shit. Fuck everyone. We're a family here, dude. Reject this shit. That's how I feel. Reject it. Truly reject it. And I'll leave on this note. History always repeats itself, right? So the Native Americans, they had open borders. And one day these ships showed up. And it was these pilgrims. And these pilgrims were like, yo, bro, what's up? We are seeking asylum from the king and the Brits. Like, we're being persecuted. We're just seeking asylum. We're just going to hang out. It's going to be fine. And the Native Americans were like, okay, cool. And then some more ships came. Yo, just seeking asylum. That's all we're doing. Just some asylum seekers. That's it. Just trying to get rid of the persecution. Just trying to be safe. And the Native Americans were like, okay. Then before you knew it, there were more asylum seekers than there were Native Americans, and they had everything taken from them. So because history repeats itself right now, all of the illegals are in here, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure the same thing's going to happen because history is the great repeater. So if we can look at the past and see how things work out when you do that, we can look at the future and know what's in our future. We're going to be overthrown, dude. This is fucking how it works. Unless people assimilate, which they're not. They're all sitting in communities, not refusing to speak English and all this. They're not assimilating. Just like we didn't learn how to speak Native American, do all this shit. What? I'm sorry, though I'm not related to any pilgrims at all in my lineage, but you know what I'm saying. Americans, they came over here and they're like, we ain't assimilating. We're going to fucking just take all your shit. And that's what they're doing now. They're like, look, we're waving flags that aren't your country and we're not assimilating. We love Somalia or Mexico or anywhere, but here, fuck you guys. And I'm like, wait, we've done this before. Ask every Native American how that worked out for them. You got to be careful with those pilgrims seeking asylum. That's all you say whenever anyone's like the colonizers. No, not colonizers, asylum seekers. They were seeking asylum from the Brits for political persecution. It's just when they come over in mass and they don't assimilate. What? Oh, whoops. I love history. That's not asylum, even immigration. That's colonization. Well, it's happening again. That's what you do. That's what you do when you don't have to assimilate to a culture. You just fucking take it over. When I'm done drinking coffee, I drink water and then I flush out my mouth so that it's not staying. The pilgrims were legitimate asylum seekers, totally. And then they came in droves. They refused to learn the language. They refused to assimilate, and then they took over. And that's what was just happening. When people come over seeking asylum, just like the pilgrims, they refuse to assimilate. They refuse to speak the language, and then they take over. Like it's tale as old as time, you know. At least they had a turkey dinner. That's what I'm talking about. I love history. It's fun. You got to have a laugh. Speaking of history, have we already talked about the Top Model documentary and how right you were about Tyra being poopy since season 1? Yeah, but I'm okay with her. I forgive her. She's just a product of her environment. She's no different from every other supermodel, everyone else in the industry. I don't feel reality TV producers owe me anything. In fact, I know they'll fuck me over, and that's why I said I wouldn't go on it. I didn't want to go on it because they just fuck everyone over. I know Giselle just did an interview on Newsmax or somewhere. I saw it on Instagram. She was on my season of Top Model, and she said, I feel that the show was all about the judges covering up for themselves with spatterings of the girls and that we weren't represented. And I'm like, you go, girl. And I told her before it aired, I'm like, I really hope that you feel that your voice was heard and shit. And it just sounds like most of them do not feel that way. And I'm like, I'm not an I told you so person, because I like believing that people will do the right thing and stuff. It's a good feeling to think people will do the right thing. But I've been in that business long enough to know that none of them will ever do the right thing. Janice Dickinson is a product of her environment. That's all. She is literally a product of her environment and what she went through. She's savage because what she went through was just savage. She knows no different. Neither does Tyra. Like, Tyra was involved in modeling. First off, Tyra grew up privileged in California and rich, right? And then she started modeling super fucking young. So she's never known a real normal life. So you can't expect, human decency from people who have never known a real life, And credit where it's due, Tyra Banks is fucking gorgeous. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I will never forget when I touched her arm a long time ago. It was the softest skin I've ever felt in my fucking life. I've never felt anything so supple and soft. Tyra Banks has the best skin I've ever touched. It was like, I don't know, it was like velvet. It was so soft. Nigel wasn't on my season, but he said hi to me in the street, and I was shocked he did because I was already talking shit about Top Model. But he was real nice to me. That's all I know about him. That's it. I never watched any of the seasons of Top Model until 2020 when I watched my own. I've never seen any of the other seasons. I've heard stories. I've met all these girls that, trust me, every event I'm at, if someone was on the show, if they were a contestant, anything, they always came up to me and introduced themselves. I was always embarrassed. I didn't know who they were. I'm like, nothing against you. I just don't like support the show or watch it. So I'm not trying to be a dick. Not trying to be a dick. That's all. If someone's going to clip that Tyra skin part, let them. Tyra Banks has some of the best feeling skin I've ever touched. And that bitch is beautiful. People want to like rag on her. She's really fucking pretty. Like when you're right up close and stuff. And then everyone's like, can you believe she forced people to get cosmetic procedures? I'm like, yes. Because my guess is the reason she got her nose job was fucking pressure. I liked her OG nose. I thought it looked cool. But then she went and got the little Barbie nose. And my guess is it's because her agency and everyone was all like, you got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. You know what I mean? It's just my guess. So, victims then turn on others and then re-victimize. And the modeling industry full of Epstein clients isn't where you want to go for good people. It's not. And neither is entertainment. You know what I mean? It's just not. So I feel bad for Tyra Banks because at such a young age, her brain developed in that industry. So how are you going to turn out like that? I was very lucky that I didn't make it in the industry at all until I was 20 years old. And at least I had a solid foundation of who I was. And even then it started chipping away at who I was. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I hope you have a fantastic day. Let's see where they take us with these aliens thing. Let's see what they do to Prince Andrew. Poor guy, totally threw him to the wolves, all of them. You're the smart ones to get out when you did. It's just a terrible industry. And it's not just the industry, it's the public and the way they turn against you. And they try to cancel you and destroy your life all the time. People have been trying to get me fired from Avon now. It goes 6 years. It's insane. It's unbelievable. It's just nonstop. It's just insane. Watching your episode with your mom right now, I'm in tears. You were too cute. My biggest regret in my life was bringing any of my family and friends on reality TV. It's just a dirty business. And I will tell anyone, if you ever make it in the industry, to keep your loved ones the flying fuck away from it. It just keeps everyone safer. It's not a safe industry. People will take advantage of your family and lie and infiltrate and find out where you live and all this terrible shit. It's really bad. So that is one of my biggest regrets, was involving my loved ones. I should have protected them, but I didn't know better. All right, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you